for the final test. So, for 1 through 6, always first off, I would suggest going through and just immediately, including negative signs, go through, this one's pretty easy, go through and find the highest variable exponent. That, and if it doesn't have one, put a 1. There's no variable there, right there. I would suggest you do that. Go through and find it first, because that's going to help you find the lead coefficient. So since that's a 3, it's cubic. 1, 2, 3 terms, trinomial. And lead coefficient is at 3 in front of the x cubed. Number 2, 4, quartic. 1, 2, 3, 4. We call it polynomial. Remember, we don't call it quadnomial or quaternomial. We just call it poly. Once it's over 3, we call it poly. And lead coefficient, careful, don't forget that negative 3. Okay, there's only one term here, and it is quadratic, 2. It's a monomial, and lead coefficient is, again, remember that negative 4. All right, number 4 is linear, because it's x to the 1, and the lead coefficient is 2, and it's a binomial, because there's 2 terms. 5 is by itself, it's just a number, there is no degree, so it's just a constant monomial, and it's just negative 17. Number 6, highest exponent is 3, which makes it cubic. 2 terms, and the number in front of the highest exponent variable is 3. On 7 and 8, all we're doing is rewriting them in order. So we find the highest one, 8x cubed. Sorry about that. 3x4. We write that first. I suggest you cross it out after you write it. Next one after that would be a 3. Well, that's 8x cubed. Then squared, negative 4x squared. Then x to the 1. Then the negative 5. Here, the biggest one is cubed, but don't forget this negative. Most people, common mistake, just write 3x cubed. It's negative 3x cubed. Then the 7x squared, 3x to the 1, and then your 2. All right, number 9. These parentheses are really kind of worthless. They mean nothing because it's an addition problem. They don't need to be there. We can erase them and do the same thing. I do suggest you do some kind of grouping mechanism. Something to remind you which ones go together, then start putting them together. 9x squared, 9x, negative 2. Negative 2 is a negative 4 plus 2. Now, number 10, it's important to distribute that negative to all 3 terms. So this becomes negative, this becomes negative, this becomes positive. Once I rewrite it, I cross this out so I don't get confused. Now, at this point, x squared and x squared, x and x, number and number. And I get 11x squared minus 11x plus 12. All right. Multiplying. Please remember to send it to both. Most common mistake here is 8x minus 8. Distribute the 2 to both. Distribute the 3x to the 1 here, here, and here. So 3 times 2 is 6, x cubed. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, x squared. And 3 times 8 is 24, x just tags along. On 13, we have a FOIL problem. First, outer, inner, last. The middle terms combine, and we get 12x squared, 37x, and 28. This one I didn't want to get too messy with it, but the x squared gets sent to all 3. Now remember, we're doing a 3 by 3, so we should end up with 9 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do. Okay? X squared times x squared times 2x, x squared times negative 3. Now we're going to send the careful negative 7x to all 3. So negative 7x times x squared negative 7x times 2x, and then becoming positive, negative 7x times negative 3. Now we're going to multiply all three terms by 4. 4 times x squared, 4 times 2x, and 4 times negative 3. We group them together. X cubes, x squared, and x's. And there's your answer. On number 15, you have to distribute first, then combine. So send the 2 in first. This got cut off, I apologize. 2x squared plus 6x minus 10. Then 2x cubed, we're setting this in here, plus 8x. Now we join the like terms together, which are not many, just the x's. There you go. On this one, you're saying the 3x into all three, then the negative 2x squared into all three, and joining like terms. And that's what we end up with. And remember, always put them in descending order. With the rocket, okay, where will it be after 2 seconds? Quite simply, you take this 2 and you put it here and here, and you just crunch the numbers. Here and here. Now remember, please be careful. Remember to do 2 squared first, then times negative 16. The most common mistake, listen please, eyes up here. The most common mistake is do negative 16 times 2 and get negative 32 and square that. Like 900 something. No, no, no. If you do that, you're going to have some huge answer that's going to be way off the chart, too high. Alright? Then, plug in your 6 to do the same thing. 238 feet, 326 feet. Okay, bonus. When and where is the highest point? Remember, opposite of B over 2A. Okay? You write this down, we know it's on your paper.
Oh, no, it is.
No, because this isn't, because I'm adding it right now.
Oh, that.
So, opposite of B over 2 times negative 16. That's negative 150 over negative 32. We take our handy dandy calculator and do 150 divided by 32. And we get about 4.7 seconds. Okay? So that's when it will be at its highest point. Approximately. Now we're going to do the same thing we did with the first two problems, except we're plugging 4.7 in. So negative 16, 4.7 squared, plus 150 times 4.7 plus 2. So 4.7 squared, 22.09, times negative 16 is negative 353.44. Plus 150 times 4.7, 705 plus 2. So that's 707 minus 353.44. So approximately 353.6 feet. So that's the highest point in about 4.7 seconds. So if you look at this, it makes sense. On the way up, 2 seconds, it's this high. It hits its highest point at 4.7 seconds. And then at 6 seconds, it's on its way back down. Okay? Gotta know how to do all those. Okay, just a review of factoring. This is a good thing to look over when you're studying. Factoring on the GCF, just ask yourself, what number goes in every term? What letters can I take out? So in this one, all I can take out is an x. Then I just divide. 5x divided by x is 5. Negative 11xy squared divided by x. The x's cancel, leaving me negative 11y squared. On 19, all I can take out of the numbers is 6 and 1x. Only 1x. So when I divide 12 by 6, I get 2, and the x's cancel. I should be up here. 6 divided by 6 is 1. You don't have to put the 1. And one of the x's cancel, leaving x. Negative 18 divided by 6 is negative 3. One of the x's cancel, leaving you x squared. Okay, when the coefficient is 1, this is pretty easy because the first number is prime. 1. Just 1. And in the first case, here and here we have a composite number, but it's just a little guess and check. So I need numbers that give me 35 by multiplication that add up to positive 12. Remember, if this is positive, it tells you they're the same. This tells you what they are. So the only way to get 35 is 1 and 35 and 5 and 7. And as I told you, start closer together, the smaller numbers. It ends up being x plus 7, x plus 5. And it wouldn't matter if you put x plus 5, x plus 7. 7 has 5 is 35, 7 has 5 is 12. Now here it's a little bit different. Okay, they're going to add up to negative 16, which means both of them are going to be negative. For 48, 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, 6 and 8. Those are the 5 possibilities you have. And that doesn't take very long to calculate. You just take 48 divided by 2, divided by 3, divided by 4, divided by, shouldn't be 5, divided by 6. And you got them all. 20 seconds to calculate, you can write that list down. Then look and see which ones add up to 16. There it is. They're both negative. All right. Now this time, first number is bigger than 1. So you have to do some guessing, but they are prime. So the only way to get 2 is 2 and 1. Okay? At this point, you're going to try 1 and 14, 2 and 7. Always start with the smaller numbers. The 7 and 2 go in this order. If then you did 2 and 7 and checked it, and again, it's guess and check, not guess and hope. If you checked it, you would have gotten 2 here and 14 there. And that would have not differed by 3. But then when you do 7 and 2 in that order, you get 7 minus 4, which is 3. It works out. And remember, we want more positives than negatives. So we want 7 minus 4. Over here, the only way you get 5 is 5 and 1. That's easy. 6, there's not many options. 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Again, if you would have done it backwards and put the 3 here and 2 here, well, then you would have gotten 3 and negative 10. And those do not give you 13. But 15 and 2 do. And since this is negative, you want it negative 15 and positive 2. Again, it does not take very long to do these couple little quick checks, but this is the difference between getting it right and getting it wrong, if you put the extra time in. Difference of square is about the easiest you can do. If this is a perfect square and this is a perfect square, then you just take the square root. So the square root of 1 is 1, square root of 9 is 3, 1 plus 1 minus. All right, 26. The last lesson, factor by grouping. Put those two together, put those two together. Take out what you can. 2r squared. Divide, get 3r minus 2. Immediately write 3r minus 2 right here and find out that the missing number is 3. Put those together, new team, 2r squared plus 3, and the old team, 3r minus 2. Same thing on there. Only thing you can take out there is p squared. It gives you 5 plus 3. You immediately write 5 plus 3 right there. That tells you your number is 4, p squared plus 4, and you're good to go. Now notice the instructions did not say to multiply it out. It just said write the expression. If you went further, good for you, it's good practice. all you had to do was write the expression for area, length times width, 5x times x squared plus 2x plus 3. Now, if you did it, here's what you would have gotten. 5x cubed minus 10x squared plus 15x. And then perimeter, I think I cut off a little bit, just parentheses. Perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So it's just 2 times 5x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 3. And again, if you carried it all the way out, great. You would distribute 2 and get 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. But then the minus 4x would combine with the positive 10x. So you get 2x squared plus 6x plus 6. And that would be if you multiply it all the way out. That's it.